Mini episode 4 of Weapon XP. I wasn't planning on it, but you guys would not let that happen. Well then, I'll show a few quick things to keep you up to date, and we really should be done after this. Yesterday they said they identified the issue with the way too low XP in solo zombies and in the later rounds. Awesome. There was also an issue with the fire gun mod that could steal your weapon XP. Okay. Well, today they pushed out that fix, and I'm pleased to tell you they did actually seem to do that. I know especially with last year, nobody wants to trust patch notes, but I think they've been pretty truthful, pretty good so far. Love to see it. I played a solo game, and here's just my XM4 at the start of round 30 and after round 30. And you can see it actually moved a normal amount for one round. Before, when it was broken, even in double weapon XP, the rounds in the 30s were complete trash, and even worse when solo, just hardly moving and eventually not moving at all. Now the rate seemed to be pretty steady through the whole game. In that game in total, round 1 to 31 with the M4, it went from level 14 to 25. Honestly, respectable XP. That doesn't take too long. I probably should have timed it, but what does that take? A bit over an hour? That might be better XP than I would have done in Domination in the same amount of time. No doubt, tryharding in Dirty Bomb can get you the most bang for your buck, but it all feels like it's in the same ballpark, so you can play what you like and not feel like you're being forced to a certain mode, which is exactly how it should be. You can still get more XP as a group because there are more zombies. If you use the elimination method I covered last time of trying to damage all the zombies, you can get a lot of XP since everyone gets full credit for the kills. I should mention though, by the way, you don't have infinite time for that sharing method. If you tag a zombie with damage and someone kills it a minute later, you don't get the credit anymore. But it is a forgiving time frame, like maybe 10 seconds. Anyway, that led us to developing the plain wing meta for group weapon XP, where we all just hung out on the wing here and sprayed back and forth so that we hit all the zombies. Usually had a couple people with Ring of Fire for deleting bosses. What this does is not only give us all the XP for sharing the kills, but we're killing them much faster than if everyone had their own train going, because whenever you have zombies on the map, you're stopping more from spawning, so this allows you to fly through. It's pretty fun, honestly. And since we're also sharing all the points, we get rich faster, we can triple pack sooner, makes it really easy to keep doing that, at least until round 20 when the heavies arrive. But the wing allows you to just fall off and circle back around whenever you need to, unlike camping in a corner. Anyway, just wanted to share that method. Grouping up can still be very effective, but most importantly, solos have been fixed, which I think is what most people want to play. It feels reasonable now, I think. So if you went with the epic plan of ranking your guns to level 40-ish in the event, you can now go use them in solos, get to work on those early camo challenges, and when you're done with those, you should hopefully be around level 50 to get the gold. Now, in this update, they also mentioned increasing weapon XP across the board. Wow, they're doing things that people asked for. Weird. I took a little look at multiplayer where I used my few remaining low-level guns, and I did several games of just getting some single kills. The thing is, since the XP per kill had the weird variance before, and it's still doing that now, it's hard to give an exact, simple answer for what changed. But looking at the numbers and the average I was getting before, it seemed like it may be about 25% higher now. Especially if I use my XP is based on the size of the map you're on, crackpot theory. I compared the numbers to the ones I was getting on that map before, and then it was much more consistently 25% higher than before. Both were very small tests, but I'm just gonna hope that is the change they made, because that is right around what I was hoping for. That's a totally reasonable increase to just make things feel a bit better. It is still supposed to take some time and effort to be unlocking things. That is one of the things you do in this game. I never wanted it to be super easy, where you're done in a week and wonder what to do next. So I like the 25% change if that is really what happened. You may still feel like it's too slow, but there will be tons more double weapon XP events to take advantage of. It isn't even season 1 yet. If you maxed a few guns, you've got lots of camos to work on now, while you maybe wait for the next XP event to max a few more. Warzone integration is also on the way, so I'm totally content with where weapon XP is at now. It's a bit faster and better balanced across all modes. I think I can play the game and feel appropriately rewarded. Weapon XP is really not on my mind anymore. Feel free to disagree. Also in the future, I still think we'll be seeing weapon prestiging reappear because of how that menu option was there in the beta and at launch, even though it wouldn't let you do it. Either that feature wasn't ready, or they may want to add it later as an additional grind. We shall see. So that's all. I'm sorry if you were expecting another few days of testing everything. As I've said before, I'm running out of guns to be able to repeat the same type of testing, and even if I went out and got another account, I'm also not interested in doing full retesting every time there's a small adjustment. I think we have a good ballpark feel for where the weapon XP's at, and that's really all I ever hope for anyway, with the weird variants I can never explain. Not looking to get bogged down in that for no reason. I think Weapon XP is in a good place, and I'd like to move on from being the Weapon XP podcast channel. Until next year, when I no doubt try to go through all this again. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.